President Trump has signed a sweeping defense policy bill authorizing more than $700 billion for the military in the coming fiscal year. He spoke to soldiers at Fort Drum, New York today, just before signing the measure. He called it the most significant investment in the military in modern history.
I am very proud to be a big part of it. It was not very hard. You know, I went to Congress, I said, let's do it, we got to do it. We're going to strengthen our military like never, ever before, and that's what we did. After years of devastating cuts, we're now rebuilding our military like we never have before.
We'll take a look at what is in the bill right after the news summary. The prosecution rested its case today against former Trump campaign chair Paul Manafort. It followed 10 days of testimony from 27 witnesses on charges of bank and tax fraud. The crimes allegedly occurred in the years before Manafort led the Trump campaign. The FBI agent singled out for sending anti-Trump text messages has been fired. The lawyer for Peter Strzok says he got the word on Friday. Strzok had been criticized for sending the text while investigating Hillary Clinton's private email server. He also worked for a time on the special counsel's Russia probe. President Trump hailed the firing with a tweet that said, "Finally." He also charged that, quote, "the list of bad players in the FBI and DOJ gets longer and longer." In Syria, activists say at least 69 people were killed Sunday when a weapons cache exploded in the basement of an apartment building. It happened in the northwest in the rebel-held town of Samarda in Idlib province. The blast leveled 2 5-story buildings. An international observer group said the munitions belonged to al-Qaeda-linked militants. The two Koreas today announced a third summit between South Korea's President Moon Jae-in and North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un. They said it will take place in the North's capital, Pyongyang, sometime in September. Officials met at the border, but North Korea's lead negotiator also hinted at potential snags in future talks.
If the issues that were raised at the talks aren't resolved, unexpected problems could emerge, and the issues that are already on the schedule may face difficulties.
The summit announcement comes amid growing questions about whether North Korea is still expanding its nuclear weapons and ballistic missile programs. The government of China has rejected allegations that it sent millions of Muslims to detention and indoctrination camps. A UN representative has said more than 1 million ethnic Uyghurs and others are being held in so-called counter-extremism centers. Another 2 million are reportedly in re-education camps. Beijing denied that any such centers exist. Back in this country, the so-called Holy Fire in Southern California is now more than half contained. That is up from just 10% on Friday. Firefighters made considerable progress over the weekend with the help of cooler temperatures. The fire has been burning for a week. Meanwhile, 2 huge fires in Northern California are also more than half contained. The West Virginia House of Delegates moved today to impeach several justices on the state Supreme Court over a spending scandal. It's alleged that the 4 justices misspent $3.2 million for office furniture and renovations. The state Senate will decide whether they are removed from the court. A 5th justice has retired and agreed to plead guilty to wire fraud. The Congressional Budget Office has cut its economic growth forecast for the country for the rest of 2018 from 3.3% to 3.1%. The report cites, in part, President Trump's tariff wars. And on Wall Street today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average lost 125 points to close at 25,187. The Nasdaq fell 19 points, and the S&P 500 slipped 11. Still to come on the NewsHour, the president signs off on a new national defense spending plan. Former White House advisor Omarosa Montague-Newman opens up about her time in the White House. Our Politics Monday team is with us. Plus, how American companies share food storage techniques with African entrepreneurs, and much more.